Boris Schlossberg, Managing Director at BK Asset Management.
BK Asset Management's Kathy Lean.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if the video is good, if everything is visible. I have like the worst allergy attack. It's springtime, so I sound like a frog. Nothing wrong with me, but I just really am stuffed up. And sorry, I gotta pull out here. I'm in constant, just in constant tissue mode. So my apologies if I sound really stuffed up, and my nose is running. It's just the typical New York City spring allergy fest. So my apologies. Good morning, everybody. Screen is good. Looks like I think I'm seeing myself on here. I got a lot of cool stuff to show you today. I'm gonna definitely let me just clear this up. I want to do a clear reset. I'm going to actually show you how to scalp CFDs with DAX, Bitcoin, and gold. We're actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to just put them all together into here, into gold, Bitcoin, DAX all together. And we're going to just scalp them along. By the way, I don't know what's going on with DAX. DAX just dropped like 120 points on the open and just continues to nosedive. We had a couple of good signals here before the New European Open, but we can have a little bit of fun with DAX right now, which is what I'm going to try and do here. Let's do. I'm actually going to get a little bit larger here. This is not my the way you should be trading, but I'm just going to have a little bit of fun here and see if we could pick up a little bit of a scalp on DAX for a quick 50 points. Boom, right then and there, 50 points on the DAX. This is not what you should be doing, but it's a lot of fun to do here. The key thing that I want to share with you today is actually how we could use my tools, the ACAP tools, to actually do the exact same thing in London that we do in New York, which is scalp for a short but very high probability setups all across the board using the tool and using our indicators over here to give us good entry signals. So say hi to me, everybody. I just want to make sure everybody's seeing the screen. I'm going to give it a second. I'm just going to get quiet for a second because I gotta just get myself organized. As I said, it's allergy season. It's the worst. And London, doing this in London is not helping me. But so hello, somebody say hello to me in chat here. Make sure that I'm here. Good morning, BA. Good morning. I know we're starting out. So before I start, let me just share with you the tool and show you how this tool that we developed for ACAP, that's totally, by the way, let me see if I can I wonder if I could do this. I'm not sure. Let me see if this gives me. No, I can't do the ACAP. Sorry. Just QR the code here. QR the code over here, and you'll be able to go to the ACAP website with our discount and be able to get this tool, which I think is really cool. And I'm going to develop a lot more of this tool on next week because this is my first week trying to come back to London. And yeah, you can see it's a little bit of a challenge, not because of trading, but because of just friggin' allergy season. Okay, so I want to show you what we could do, how I'm going to absolutely replicate what I do in New York, in London, with CFDs, right? Same stop target structure, everything else. As a matter of fact, what I'm going to show you is going to be a lot more easier to understand. Sorry, again, you know, as I told you, just going to drippy nose. It's going to be actually a lot easier to understand and see in with this tool than anything that I do in New York, because a lot of stuff that I do in New York is actually off screen, but this is going to be pretty much on screen. So first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I trade only 2 levels. One level for my original entry, second level for repair. And if that repair level gets blown out and I can't, you know, and I get taken out on a large stop, I eat the stop. The way it works is I actually haven't hit, in a perfect world, I should hit that second level maybe once or twice a week, but I actually haven't hit that second level once or twice a week. In other words, I'm either going to get stopped out on the first, repaired on the second, and most, like 90% of the time, I should just get targeted, TP'd on the first and stopped out on the second level. And then, you know, like once every 2 or 3 days, maybe I'll get stopped out on the second level, and that sets me back about half a day's worth of profits. So if you think about it, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, and then, you know, half a day's worth of profits. Going back. Having said this, though, by the way, I have not been able, you know, when I'm doing this correctly, I really have not been able to hit myself that badly. But what I'm going to show you is that this tool is going to make it so much easier. It literally is going to eliminate every single error, which is not necessarily the case in futures, where you still do a lot of manual work. So here's what I want to show you. So, what's going on over here? Oops. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, it's not letting me do this? Oh, what the hell's going on? Oh. Sorry, let me just, I'm gonna reset this tool, just try to understand what's going on here. Hold on a second. View. For some reason the tool is, this is my flash trader tool. I want to go to 2 levels. Can I? Okay. So R, yeah, okay, good. I'm gonna go to full lot. I'm configuring Bitcoin just kind of to show you how to do this. And gold is already configured. I already had trades in gold, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go to 2 levels. So this way, what this is gonna do is it's just gonna absolutely, here we go, and I want to just make it 5. You guys actually, this is hopefully very useful. Oh, why is this not working again? Okay, I guess I have to reset it. For some reason, 2 levels, and the second level is going to be 5 times the size of the first. So yes, okay, all good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, all good. Okay. So what's really, really cool is that you guys get to see with this tool exactly the ratios of all the trades that are going on, right? That are happening. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 3 of each. One for the buy side of gold, Bitcoin, German, and one for the sell side. So I think it looks like I'm going to have to reset. I'm going to have to just put them on fresh here. So 2 levels. We're going to just set this up together because I want you to kind of have a understanding of how powerful this tool is, and I'm going to show you how to set this up. This tool is totally free for you with just a opening account, a $500 deposit of just nothing, literally $500 deposit on this. And this tool, you can use it, by the way, anywhere that they trade CFDs, not just with ACAP, but obviously we want you to trade with ACAP. No, it's I guess I have when I'm resetting, original settings, I have to go everything all from scratch. Okay, I just have to put it from scratch. Once I set it up once, it'll stay here forever. So I'm setting up the ratios here. Ratios. No. Clear all, clear PPP, clear. Oh, what's going on here? Five, refresh, and 20. Okay, sorry. You see what the tool does is it once I hit this R button, it resets every single level for me. So I have Bitcoin properly, I have German properly. I just need to do one more gold. Let's just do one more gold here because we can go both ways. The other beautiful thing about CFDs, of course, is that we could go both ways. So we can have trades in both directions. So let's lay this down. 2. And again, one lot. We're going to go to 5 times. This is the multiplier. This is the multiplier row. And if I hit the R button, it automatically multiplies the proper ratio. Okay. So we have 2 rows of all this stuff. And now we can go to the actual charts and go see what's going on. So first, let's see what's happening in scalper mode across all the what's happening in trend mode. So gold is negative trend. Surprisingly enough, actually, gold is negative trend, right? Meaning that the short-term moving average below the long-term moving average, and a little bit of a sell-off. I guess after a nice strong rally after FOMC yesterday was just all buy gold. We had a great time trading the FOMC with gold. It scalped it all beautifully all throughout. But now we're starting to have a little bit of a mean reversion. As a matter of fact, if we go into the counter trend mode, we just have a buy signal. Now here's what I should have taken this trade over here. It would have been easy $50 over here. But now I'm late, right? And chasing this trade is not going to be productive for me. Even much as I love to do this, I have to wait for the next reversal signal in order for me to take it. And I'm really I do a lot of bad habits, by the way. And so this is a reversal signal in Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a little bit of a rally. I actually caught this rally on the positive side when just before the market opened up. I bought this and I caught it on the positive side. But now we have a little bit of a negative reversal whose entry, again, I'm a little bit late on. We're just going to have to wait and see how this develops. What's interesting is that of all the things that are moving right now this morning, it's really DAX. It's just completely collapsed. Look at this. It's almost at the 23,000 level, right? So we don't have any immediate signals in here. But what I do, I just kind of explain to you what I do in New York and what I'll do in London, because I think this is by far the most robust and accurate strategy I have. And I can do a little bit more of extemporaneous stuff with you guys. That's off the book, off the menu type of ideas here in London, because we can be a little bit more relaxed. Like, for example, right now, I am perfectly happy. Let's just do this. I'm perfectly happy to buy the German because I think it's going to bounce. Now the ratios here are very, very skewed. Let's see if here's my thought. I thought it was going to bounce, and it may not. And this is obviously not obviously a signal. This is just me freestyling. But my view is, we had a very, very large move. We seem to be holding this bid over here for a little bit. And I'm going to just see if I could scalp it out for 5 points or so on a bounce back. That's not a setup that anybody should be doing. But since we have no trades, and I want to kind of show you the type of strategy and the type of ratios that I want to do. So boom, right then and there, 50 points, right? Nice and quick off the tool. And you saw that the most important part about all of this is that there's no way you could do any of this if you had just MetaTrader by yourself, because you'd have to set the stop, set the target, do everything else. The tool does everything for me. Now I'm just going to hit clear, reset, I'm ready to go for the for the next trade that I want to do. And you can do this over and over and over again. I imagine, this is basically what I do in New York, which is $50 per minute. You have 60 minutes. Not impossible for you to do maybe 8-9 trades if you have the possibilities to do them. And that's $500-600 in super fast mode. If you do this for a couple of hours, it's easy to make a couple of $1,000 doing it this way. If you're focused and you do it. So you're seeing lots of, it's this is not a setup that I actually in any way, shape, or form recommend. Not a way for you to trade, but I know it's going to take at least 10-15 minutes for us to generate any kind of a news signal. So in the meantime, I'm going to fool around with you. In London, I'm actually going to fool around a lot more, guys. Again, I'm so sorry. As I said, just massive allergies. Just bear with me a second. I really shouldn't be. I should just take myself off camera. So stop torturing you on this. But the key point is the way I scalp is very short term, very small profits, high negative risk reward, but very, very high accuracy. So there's always trade-offs in trading, and you have to understand those trade-offs before you step into the game. The trade-offs is that you can have really, really big profits very rarely, which is the lottery model, or you could have really, really small profits very frequently. Now, between those extremes, what you do in terms of when you lose determines whether you're going to be winning in the end or not. And what you do, the way, I'm applying just my strategy to a non-signal structure right now because we're kind of, because I'm basically bottom fishing in DAX because it's had such a big runoff. And what I'm looking for, by the way, as far as I'm bottom fishing, in case you guys are wondering, I'm just looking for it not to break the fresh lows. And if it doesn't break fresh lows, I'll take a small scalp over here. That's not a signal of my structure. That's just me free flow scalping here. So we'll see if this candle does not break fresh lows. It's got 55 seconds to go, and if it doesn't, we'll take another gander at the German. Bitcoin is nothing, doing nothing. Gold is, as I said to you, we missed that opportunity over here, but we'll look for the next one when we can. So 36 seconds left. Let's see if it can break fresh lows or not. It looks like it's challenging. Looks like it is. It's broken fresh lows. So now we don't do anything. Now we just sit here, wait patiently, see if it could find a tiny little bottom here. But so far, it's making fresh lows. I don't know why the DAX sold off so hard this morning, but it did. How you guys hearing me? How you guys seeing me? Is everybody getting good visuals? Just let me know. I'm just want to make sure. I know I sound really, really stuffy. Give me a thumbs up if everything is okay in the chat room. Making more fresh lows. I mean, this is like a huge, massive directional trade. The directional signal that we had was like right over here, and now it's just the only drawback of my trend base. Thanks, Joe. The only drawback of my trend base thing is that when we get into a super deep trend, there's just there's only one stop to hop on. After that, we have to wait for this thing to see if it comes back and then maybe retest the trend. All right, so we seem to be this candle is fresh lows, right? So we're gonna watch this candle, and I'm actually even gonna gamble. I'm gonna say if it hasn't broken the lows on this candle, we're gonna take a little scalp on this. So 53 seconds. We're gonna give it a few minutes, a few seconds. This looks like, they tested the lows and they have it 40 seconds. We're just going to wait for the end of the candle just to make sure that this is indeed A little bit of a bottoming candle. And now it's going to see if it can try to go back up to the moving average. 25 seconds. Yeah, it's starting to come back up. They're starting to, push up a little bit of buyers. And we will take a buy over here. Let's see what happens. What happened to my, what happened here? So DAX is also, by the way, massively volatile. And again, this is not what I recommend you guys doing, but it's fun. It's fun to play this game while we're just sort of waiting for signals. And since I got no signals in anything else, gold might be so interesting. So here's gold. Gold is having a rally off the lows, right? And it seems to be popping up here to well, I was just going to say, not giving me a buy signal just yet. Let's see what's happening in the DAX. DAX is down 9 points. We're trying desperately to create a little bit of a rally in the DAX here. What's my target, by the way? I'm just actually curious. What is my target? Oh, you know what I have that's really cool. I can show you is my TP is 23,801. It's really cool, right? This little thing here. Look at this. And now we have a. Oh no, I thought I got all excited because I thought it was 5 points. No, it's just a point. So still down 3 points. 81 is my target. So there it is when you're trying to bottom out. Again, not in any way, shape, or form my original strategy, but it's just fun. It's just fun to scalp. It's more sort of interesting just to show you the principles of the inventory management and trade structure. Although obviously applied in this case, this is not going to be a high probability trade. And I could easily get blown up on 2 consecutive sequences here. But I'm trading small and I have nothing. There's no other signals here. I just want to show you the mechanics of what I do, because that's more interesting in terms of for you guys to be able to adapt those mechanics. So it looks like I'm going to get tagged out on this one. I got 14. It's 20 points that I'm giving myself. It looks like I'm going to get tagged out, which is the typical DAX thing. Yeah, DAX tags me out. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see if indeed, so this is typical, test the bottom, tries to make a run. Now we have to see if this bottom holds. And if this bottom does hold, then yes, we're going to go a second time. If it doesn't hold, then we're going to have to be very patient and wait for a bottom to hold. Now, none of this is really great rules. Certainly not as great a rules as some of these signals are, but at least it's just consistent with what I try and do, which is that I don't rush the second entry. I don't rush the repair entry until I have some actual price level confirmation of a consistent signal of what I'm trying to do. So my first signal failed. I have to wait and stay consistent on my, to make sure that I have the second signal trade properly. So this actually is holding the bottom here as a retest. 19 seconds. I want to be very patient with this thing. I want to give it some time. 13, 12, 2 seconds. 8, 9, 7. Although we got to be just very, because it could break at the last second, and then we're screwed. All right, holds. Let's give it one more time. And again, as I said, buy. Now this gives me. You see, now I'm at much larger size. Again, this is a big account, so it's not that big a deal for me as far as size goes. But we'll see. It looks like it was just making fresh lows, so I just looks like it's going to just keep on going. Yeah. And that's why, that's why I said this was not a high probability setup. So this thing is probably going to just blow me out on a second stop out, which is fine because, as I said to you, I just wanted to show you the mechanics. I don't have any signals for you in this hour today because all of the signals actually kind of happened right beforehand, which is a little bit frustrating. But it is what it is. This is trend mode. Trend mode. This is popping. This is and the counter trend mode is also not showing us anything. And we get tagged out on the second right, so it's okay. We'll regroup. Now here's the thing that I do that's very, very important. If you get tagged out on the second level, now again, these are all bullshit trades because I'm just bottom picking because I have nothing else to do. By the way, this looks like it's actually going to now finally hold. Let's go back to the German. Oh no, I thought, why is that's interesting. Oh no. I just like, for some reason why is my candle? I guess MT4 is showing, it just shows little different candles than TradingView on the German. So German is just clearly going towards the 23,000. I should have just simply done continuation trades today. I'm just my natural instinct is always to bottom pick, which is always a dangerous thing. Okay, so are we holding the bottom here? If we are, we're going to go back again and see if we can try to resolve it. One of the challenging things with the German is two things. It's very, very volatile, just NASDAQ, and it's got much worse spreads than the NASDAQ. So unless you have a really good signal, like signals that I have here, just the random volatility intra candle really, really kills you. Okay, so definitely more continuity in the German so far. What's NASDAQ doing? Everything is selling off hard. And German leading the way. German really, really leading the way. I think this 23,000 is going to give us a little bit of a bottom. Let's just give it a shot. And boom, 5 on the scalp. Now, here's the cool thing that you can do is you can just keep on, once you caught this move to the upside and you made the 5, you can just do it again. You just kind of recover a lot of your scalps back just on on a fun reversal move. So is this gonna pop around the 2,300? What is my entry here? This is my 30 is my target. 30 is my target. Again, DAX is a tough thing to trade unless you have the signals, but we'll see. So 30 is my target to the upside. $23, $26. And we should be there. And there we go. There's a couple of quick scalps back the other way, and you're kind of good to go. Now I'm just watching it to see if it actually holds the bottom here at the end of the candle, and if it does, maybe we'll go again one more time. But honestly, none of this is all just for shits and giggles, because alas, I just don't have any signals with you guys this morning. Gold has had some really good counter. I told you that I'm very, very bullish gold, and with gold, I essentially always want to buy the green triangles. Well, if it's an uptrend, I want to be, buying the continuation. If it's in a downtrend, I want to be trying to buy the reversals. This is a reversal. Counter trend mode is the same thing as saying reversal mode. Because I think gold is sort of a buy the dip, story all day long, every day. All right, so 18, 19 seconds left. We're gonna dive into the abyss. Maybe not. We'll see. If this breaks the lows, then I'm not going in. But I'm gonna wait for the candle to hold here. There's just a lot of selling pressure on this thing. Wow. Okay, let's give it a shot one more time. Buy. TP is 29, so I'm just kind of recycling this trade. Oh, it was almost right there. I saw like 4 points. Obviously, just barely missed spread. Oh, there we go. So the cool thing, I just want to show you, the tool is super. You see how super easy it is to just simply set it and forget it. You put the structure in, everything is all set up. The stops, the targets, everything is all there, and it just allows you to have nice, quick, fast entries. Now, obviously, I kind of just cowboyed a lot of the stuff here today, trying to look for these rounded bottoms. But it's more about showing you the principle of how to trade the strategy than doing all the proper rules. The cool thing is that when you combine the indicator and the tool, you have just a really powerful combination for actual day trading combination. This is what I do with futures all day long, but doing it with with CFDs. Oh, this is interesting. This is really interesting. This is just missed. Let me see if this is going to give me a again, not quite a signal in gold, but definitely worth a shot. Let's take a long gold here. Just worth a shot on the gold idea. If it doesn't work, I will then wait for a true signal for it to resolve. But I thought the gold, yeah. So basically, the idea is, this wasn't. I'm trying to get this green triangle. This didn't quite formulate because I think the candle didn't have quite the lows. The logic of how I create this stuff didn't quite come to fruition, but it was kind of close enough that I thought maybe it's worth a shot. Actually, let's see what my target is on gold here. The target is 45.83, right? So let's see if 45.83. So we got to be somewhere around here. No, actually 45 right there. Oh, it's a big move. It's got to pop up. We'll see if this trade works. I'm cowboying with you guys because I don't have any signals, and I want to show you the techniques. But the point I'm trying to make is the tool. Really, however you want to set it, whether you want to set it with positive expectancy, negative expectancy, sizing, everything else, just makes it so easy that when you put yourself in a trade, you don't have to worry about anything. It's fully manageable automatically, and it's all pre-calculated. So if you have a sort of a strategy, say, okay, first level is going to be this, second level is going to be this. Once you pre-calculate everything, it's like it's like essentially a very complicated spreadsheet where all you got to do is press the button because all the rules are already preset in the game. The key thing, obviously, is to take good signals, which we just don't have. I just don't have signals being generated, so I'm just taking any signals to kind of show you the techniques, which is I think more important for you guys to be able to see, because I can talk ad infinitum about what you should be doing and how you should be doing, but I want you to see it in real time. Even if it doesn't work, I want you to see the mechanics of what it's supposed to do. So, I finally got the signal. So this is kind of actually a legit signal now. Okay, and we're looking for an 83 on gold. By the way, do you guys like the little So is it 45.83? You have a little magnifying glass. I thought it was a really, really cool addition because you could actually, it makes it so much easier for you to understand what the stops, the targets are, and everything else. Right? Give me a thumbs up if you like the little magnifying glass. Oh, let's take a look. What's the German finally settled down? Oh, interesting. So the German kind of settling down here. We don't have here. There's just really nothing to do, but we can watch this carefully because again, we're really going to be watching against this particular low. If it breaks this low but doesn't really go much further, then we will have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles of consolidation. Then we have a reasonable chance that that this whole 23,000 level may hold a little bit for us, and could be a trade set up again. So watch this patiently. Yeah, it's probing to the downside. And it may actually, I think, it feels like it really wants to break that 23,000 level. So may let it go there for the runs. But the longer it stays above it, the higher the probability that the sellers just can't break it, and the buyers are going to come in and try to short cover it. Well, next candle here. If this candle doesn't make fresh lows, then we'll give it a shot for another scalp on the DAX. It's coming back. Big return, big reversal. All right, we'll just we're gonna chase the DAX here just for fun. And there we go. And it's like this is just a way for me to show you how if I didn't have any rules and I would just play fooling around with pure price action, this is what the kind of things I'd be looking for some little clues for for my trading. Where's my entry in gold? The entry in gold is it should have been around 45.10. This is on the CFD basis, right? And it's looking for like 80 as my target. I think my where's my entry actually? 33 and 83 is my. I guess with the spread, it's it's coming in. So that's my entry in gold. Gold is I'm looking just for half a point move, and it's it's taking its time. We'll see if the gold has a little bit of rally. It's my only hesitation about this particular move is that when you're looking for a counter trend moves, you obviously want them from the lowest low, right? So when it gets up to here, it's almost like an exhaustion. Like it's totally possible for gold to sort of get tired a little bit, do one final burst down, and then finally resume a trend up. So I'm fully prepared that this may be an exhaustive move here. But if I could just squeeze it out here to the 83s, I'm fine. Oh, the spread. The other thing is this. I didn't realize the spreads on. I'm always forgetting that I'm trading spreads and CFDs. This is like a 13 spread. I mean, it's not a bad spread, but when you're trading against that spread, it really has to go hard up for you to make the move. Yeah. So, as I was saying to you, my perfect reversal entries in gold would be somewhere around here. This is like the third or the fourth reversal entry. So it's almost natural that it's going to get tight. As a matter of fact, we might take a counter trend move. We're going to go into trend mode. No, there's nothing. There's no signals here. I thought there might be a trend signal to the downside. So far, there isn't. That's actually good indication that the counter trend continues. Because if this was kind of dying out, oh, there we go, starting to a little bit of a rally. So, boom, there we go, and we got the 50 points. Nice job. Okay, so that was another $50 to the good, and and we're good to go. So that's how you basically just sort of show you that's how you can do it. Just boom, boom, boom. Now the only really legitimate signal I had was the gold signal here during our session, which worked, and before that I had Bitcoin is actually, hang on a second. So actually we have a Bitcoin trend signal here showing up. Let's take that because I want to take the actual signals here. So we're going to take the Bitcoin trend signal again. So this is with Bitcoin, the only challenge with all these instruments is that they're just massive spread instruments, right? So it's a 30-point spread. So here I have to trade for 100 target and a 400 stop. And I have to overcome the spreads and everything else in this moves. So we'll see if this particular signal holds. If this signal fails, the way to trade this properly, and the way that I would trade it properly, is it may take me a couple of hours, but I don't make the second repair trade until I have a fresh new trend signal. Now, in the meantime, there could be a whole bunch of counter trend signals or signals to the downside, like the trend that where the signals to the downside, that I'm happy to take on the other side. The great thing about CFDs is you can be on both sides of the market and scalp both sides of the market. But what is really important if you want to trade the way I do in terms of high accuracy resolution is that if your first trade, first of all, the first trade has got to be a signal, right? So that's number one. And if the first trade fails as a signal, you absolutely have to make sure that the second trade is the same signal in the same direction. And that may take a long time to happen because if you start now going, oh, I'm going to go the other way, I'm going to look for a signal to the downside, that is exactly the road to ruin of my experience. You absolutely have to, you're committed to one side. You have to let that one side show you strength again. If you want any possibility of resolving it on the second chance, that's been a really, really critical thing, and that's been a big difference because when I stay disciplined to just staying signal, as I said, my resolution on the second level has been very, very high. Like the basically the implied idea is that I'm going to do 20 trades at $50, $1,000 a day. Maybe every 3 days, I'm gonna have a hit where it's gonna be on second level. I'm gonna lose 1,000, and that means I'm gonna lose like half a day. Because remember, if you lose on one trade, you have like other 18, 19 trades out there that are resolving. So you probably lose only about half your forward draw. But when I stick to these rules, I really have not had a second trade fail in more than a week. So if that's the case, then you're like literally 5,000 to the good, continuously, with the possibility of getting hit for $500 a drawdown down the road. That's sort of high probability, high focus trading. BFF stands for focus. Be focused, be freaking focused, and that's the key thing. Focus is a function of making sure you have these these signals properly down. Oh, I know what I wanted to put in there. I haven't put in my. All of you guys can actually get the actual rules to all of this in full scope with our full courses, which are totally free on our website. So those of you guys who have not joined our community, I'm just putting a link in here. Letting you join the community means you're going to get access to all the courses, all the resources, and if you want to upgrade to actually getting the indicators or the tool, first of all, if you want to upgrade getting indicators as a tool and you want to do it via deposit, then you don't have to pay any money at all. Or if you just want to, become a member, then you would pay a membership fee to come in. But this will get you the flash trader and the membership fee for a month with just a deposit. So make sure if you guys are anywhere but the United States of America, you can open an account with ACAP, and it's totally subsidized for you. So it's really, really good. So I'm just that's right now we're just floating the Bitcoin, which is the only signal trade here. Oh, sorry guys, I was talking and I missed. We actually had a legit trend signal in the German, which I'm sorry I missed it because I was just yapping around. But here's the other thing is, you don't ever take the missed signal. If the signal for me would have been here, this triangle here, and next week I'm gonna become a lot more. This was the week, my first week back into London, so none of my stuff is prepared, and it's honestly it's really, really a challenge getting up this early with me with the allergies and everything else. So I'm not fully in the zone. I'm just kind of fucking around. I just wanted to test the tools. I wanted to test the instruments. I wanted to make sure that everything was good. Next week, I'm going to come fully prepared for Tuesday, for Wednesday, Thursday trading. We're going to every one of these signals can be alerted. So we're going to attach alerts to all of the key signals. So I would have known if I had the alert a minute ago, I would have known that there was a sell signal on the DAX, and this would have been a super, super easy trade for us to take. So thank you for kind of hanging out with me this week as an experimental week. But next week we're going to be really, really hardcore, and I'm going to show you exactly how we can scalp all of these things off signals in a nice, clean, precise manner. Similarly, I had a sell signal here in gold, also totally working right now. But again, the sell signal should have been here at 53, and I'm not chasing it, because like the three things I learned about doing this thing properly is, if you miss the signal, let it go. If you got stopped on a signal, make sure you wait until the same exact signal shows up in the next structure, whether it's 10 minutes forward or 2 hours forward, and don't take any counter trend signal to that. But next week when we have the alerts and everything else, and we have two-way trading, and the great thing is with CFDs, I can have two-way trading, meaning that I can go up and down. I can hold both sell and buy possibilities. So we'll be able to really trade a lot once I get all set up. In the meantime, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I just want to kind of give you the preview of all of this stuff, and I will see you guys. I'll definitely see you guys in New York. The cool thing about kind of hanging out with me in London is that you see a lot more of the mechanics of how the trades are managed, and this gives you a much better insight into the possibilities of how these strategies can work, right? Anyways, thank you guys again. I'm gonna run. I'll see everybody in New York for the 9:30 open on the Futes, and we'll see if we can take a signal. Actually, this is actually a legit second signal. So we had a first signal. I never take the second signal, but this is like a fresh first signal. You see this candle is a pause, so it's not two consecutive triangles. It's a second signal. So now I will actually, before I leave you guys, I'm going to put myself into this trade if this thing holds. And this is the other key thing is the other third rule is you never ever enter until the candle closes, because it's never a signal until the candle closes. This thing could totally rally and reverse and show you that there's no continuity in the trade. Oh, German I was just looking, man, the German just broke so hard. Look at this, took out that 23. Wow. German is really, really dropping here. Okay, let's see what the gold is. See how the gold signal is just about ready to disappear, and it does. That's why you never commit too early. 31 seconds left. No real downside trades here in gold. Kind of holding though, but if it does hold, 22 seconds, 19 seconds, we'll go in there and we'll try to trade it. Yep, it's a good signal. I'm gonna go to gold. I'm gonna sell it. And yeah, 1 second left. That's okay. I'm a little bit early. So 42.50 is sort of like my entry. Let's just see what my entry is. 42.70 is my entry. 42.20 is my entry, and I actually gold just got done. See how fast the gold got done? That's the beauty. That's the beauty of getting the right signals. When you have the right signals, boom, 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 boom. In futures, sometimes it takes me 20 seconds to resolve it. And CFD is overall going to take you longer. But this was classic. Let's do everything by the book trade. Boom, boom, boom. We got our 50 in, and we're good to go. And I'm not screwing around with trying to find a bottom in the German just for entertainment purposes. Although this is definitely a bottom, and I'm definitely going to take this trade just for shits and giggles. We're definitely going to have one more fun trade just for shits and giggles. I think I'm going to have to do a shits and giggles account, just so that I don't pollute you with really stupid bad trade ideas. But we'll give it a shot. All right, guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. This was fun to play around with. But the real money is always in the signals, and I'm gonna absolutely take all the signals. We're gonna alert all the signals so that we'll be ready next week for anything that comes our way. And the cool thing is on the CFD front is we're gonna be able to take both buy trend and reversal signals and trade them both side by side, because we can be both long and short in our CFD accounts. So hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys 9:30 for the open post FOMC. It should be a really interesting open on the futures, and I'll let you know. It looks like did I make this trade? No, the fucking German takes like 10,000 points before it actually TPs. Okay, so I'll leave that floating. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Have a great day, guys. I'll see everybody in New York. Take care.